Release him, or I'll cut your throat.
You ever hear news and you're supposed to be excited for it, but you just find yourself being a little anxious or wary, not really wanting to be excited for anything? So they just recently announced that they were going to come back, some of the original writers from the movies for The Lord of the Rings, that they were going to come back and make a movie called The Hunt for Gollum. Peter Jackson's going to produce it, Andy Serkis is going to direct it, but my main takeaway from all of this is, why? It said that Warner Brothers is going to release the first of its new batch of live-action The Lord of the Rings films. Weren't they all live-action already? I don't understand. And it's going to focus... Which means all of these films are going to focus on Andy Serkis' Gollum. You know what this feels like? This feels like there were a bunch of people in a room and they were like, man, we don't want to give up on this franchise. What can we do? I don't know. Really, there's nothing that we can. How about Gollum? Didn't we already kind of do? No. Let's just bring him back. Everyone loves him. And look, he's an interesting character, but I don't see why else they would make a whole bunch of films with him as the focus. Like, I mean, I feel like there's so many other things to talk about, and I still count myself as someone who's new to the Lord of the Rings universe. It just feels like there's a lot of other stories to tell rather than just going back to Gollum. Maybe I'm being very picky, but this is not at all what I expected. I mean, I expected at some point in time in the future, we were going to get a return of them milking the franchise, but doing it in some other way. The last thing that was ever on my mind is that we were going to get a bunch of films following Gollum of all people. One of the problems also I've seen other people saying, which I completely agree with, is that Tolkien's universe is just so complex. There's so much to be gleaned from it. I want to know more, not just about some character we already got a sort of kind of story for. It's just weird that they would choose to expand on smaller, less detailed parts of the mythology, such as Aragorn hunting for Gollum. I'm not saying that the movie won't be good. Won't be good. Of course, I believe it can be entertaining, but the other reason why I'm a little bit circumspect is because everyone is excited about the original writers and people coming back, but that doesn't always mean a good thing. Those people might have gone away for a while and they're coming back to a franchise that we trusted them with, and then when they come back, we get something that's piss poor quality and so far removed from what they used to create. Like The Matrix Resurrections by one of the sisters, Lana Wachowski. I don't know if the other sister was like, bro, I mean, sis, I don't know why you're doing this, but I'm gonna dip out. And then the sister that remained is like, I got this. I'll show you. I'll do it for both of us. And then the film ended up being dog butthole. It was so freaking bad. I basically did a rant review on it because of how bad it was. You could hear how angry I was in the review. And then we got Russell T Davies, who returned to pick up the helmet once again of Doctor Who and returned David Tennant to the franchise as well, which everyone was excited for because he does have talent, but I don't know what happened to him in the space of time where he was taking a hiatus. He came back and is like, you know what? To all the people out there, to all the young girls and stuff that love David Tennant, fuck y'all, because I just chose violence today. I don't know what is going on with these people that are returning, that were heralded as legends in their time, and then they're just like, yeah, fuck the fans. It's the weirdest thing. It's not everybody that does it, but that's why I'm no longer excited for when people are coming back. I feel intense suspicion anytime that happens. And I know that we shouldn't bank our expectations on people because I know people can change and whatnot. And while Doctor Who does still have some of its charm, it has just been devolving into madness. Like, why would you bring back David Tennant so that everyone could shit on him? Like, I've already done this in reviews. I've already used the clip countless times, but it was just so odd. And in my mind, I was wondering, why bother? What are you so angry at? Like, why do you hate the fans so much? Are you trying to upend what's left of your career? So yeah, that's why I can't even be totally excited about this. Like the spin-off sort of films that they did. They were cute, and the only thing I pulled away from it was Smog, because I like dragons. And they say here, the project is currently in the early stages of script development from writers Walsh and Boyens, along with Phoebe Giddens and Artie... What in the crispy fried cicada kind of name? Papa Giorgio? The fuck kind of name is this? I'm sorry. Papa Papagio. Fuck you. It doesn't matter. Papa B, and explore storylines yet to be told, said Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav. Look, man, I'm so tired. I don't want to put my mind at ease, and I don't want to allow myself to get excited over anything because shit just be crashing and burning nowadays. The only thing I get excited for now is anime. That's it. That's it. Can't even do that with gaming because it's like, oh boy, here we go. But with anime, it's like, all right, yes, usually anime gives me exactly what I want. The only things I can say that I'm excited for film-wise right now is Planet of the Apes, especially now that everything's come full circle and the humans are now on the other side of things. We're also getting a continuation for Blue Eyes, Caesar's Son, which, thank you, this feels like an actual legitimate franchise with none of the other fluff and nonsense added to it. And the new Quiet Place movie.
If we stay here, we die.
Oh, wait. Is it the guy from Stranger Things, the cute guy, Eddie? It looks just like him, but with way shorter hair and a more mature dad look. He's so cute. It looks just like him. That poor woman. She looks like she... I really want to see this. See, these are the kind of movies I want to see, like creature feature movies, as stupid as they are, and any Godzilla movies. And of course, TV shows that are trending as well. Sometimes I go revisit old TV shows because the old stuff now in comparison is loads better than the newer stuff that we're getting in terms of quality. And I don't mean the cinematics and the graphics, I mean substance, story, acting, dialogue, all of it. But now I don't know with the whole Warhammer situation with Henry Cavill. Poor man. I just want something that is intact with the creative process, like people creating a story and having the freedom to create the story without being forced to place a whole bunch of narrative nonsense that makes no sense, like the weird-ass dialogue that we got in the X-Men movie.
It's funny. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something. And by the way, the women are always saving the men around here. You might want to think about changing the name to X-Women.
Or again, taking our favorite characters that just happen to have dingle-dongles and having my gender preach at them like we're in freaking church.
The meta crisis might have slowed down, but that thing is wrapped around your cortex.
Yes, we know. We know everything. And you know nothing. It's a shame you're not a woman anymore. Because you've understood.
We've got all that power, but there is a way to get rid of it. Something a male-presenting Time Lord will never understand.
Just let it go.
And we choose to let it go.
But wait a minute. People already have made this connection that everyone apparently has forgotten.
Rose, you've done it. Now stop. Just let go.
So I am Confucian.
So that whole pearl clutchy, come hither, misandrous vibe that was going on with a lot of these movies and shows is just not my shtick. It doesn't look cute on either gender. So yeah. And that was by the showrunner that everybody loved and was applauding when he came back so that they could get this. So yeah, forgive me bloody raw if I'm not busting at the seams in total excitement at this. As a matter of fact, I have nothing but consternation. I will just wait to see what happens. And yes, I'm aware that Rings of Power 2 is technically a prequel as well, but I liked it because I had no idea what the hell was going on. And I also liked Galadriel. She's a much loved character. Although she's kind of bitchy in this and vapid. But who wants a whole bunch of movies starring Gollum, of all people? Like, it just makes no sense to me. But who am I kidding? There might be a very big fan base for Gollum, so great, I guess. I don't know who would want several movies worth of it, but sure. Making him the main plot point, which is the equivalent of finding Mario, just seems like a very strange and dull creative choice, but they could surprise us.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some